We often assume that anything labeled healthy must be good for us, especially as we get older. Many of us try to eat clean and nutritious meals to stay strong and keep our legs moving well. But here's something that doesn't get enough attention. Some foods that seem healthy may actually be quietly weakening our legs over time. It's not because they're toxic. The problem lies in how we're using them at the wrong time, in the wrong amount, or as a substitute for something our bodies truly need. And if we stick to those habits every day, then no matter how healthy our diet looks, our legs can still grow weak, shaky, or unstable without us understanding why. So which 3 common foods should older adults be especially careful with today? We'll take a close look at each one, unpack how it affects our muscles, and offer simple alternatives you can try right at home. If you find this topic helpful, please give the video a thumbs up. Share it with your loved ones, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss future health content designed specifically for older adults. 1. Packaged granola with added sugar. Granola has become a go-to breakfast for many of us who want a healthier start to the day. It's easy to find pre-packaged granola in grocery stores with claims like high in fiber, heart healthy, or fuel for your morning. But once we flip the box over and look at the nutrition label, we're often in for a surprise. Many commercial granolas contain a large amount of added sugar, sometimes more than 10 grams in just a small serving. Now, the problem isn't just the sugar itself. The bigger issue is that when we start our morning with a meal high in sugar but low in protein, healthy fats, and real fiber, our bodies respond by releasing a surge of insulin into the bloodstream. This spike in insulin doesn't just make us hungry again sooner. It also triggers low-grade inflammation in our muscle tissues. And that's one of the ways muscle gradually weakens over time without us even noticing. As our blood sugar rises and falls throughout the day, the body ends up prioritizing glucose management over muscle maintenance and repair. If that cycle continues every day, it quietly chips away at our muscle mass. Our legs begin to lose strength, not because of injury or aging alone, but because our bodies have been constantly pulled in the wrong metabolic direction. Several studies have now linked diets high in added sugar with muscle loss in older adults, especially those over 60. This isn't a rare concern. It's something happening slowly and steadily to many of us. Think about how we usually start our day. A bowl of granola with almond milk or unsweetened plant-based milk might sound healthy. But if that granola is mostly sugar and lacking real protein and fiber, we'll likely feel hungry, drained, and foggy by mid-morning. And over time, the muscles in our legs pay the price, quietly shrinking even though we haven't had a fall or injury. At this point, a lot of us might wonder if granola is convenient but not great for our muscles. What should we switch to instead? Thankfully, the solution doesn't have to be complicated. It's all about choosing the right kind and combining it wisely. We can start by picking low-sugar or homemade granola. Look for versions that don't include corn syrup, chocolate chips, or dried fruit blends. Even better, make your own at home so you can control the ingredients. And don't eat it on its own. Pair it with high-quality protein like plain Greek yogurt, a boiled egg, or a small handful of walnuts or almonds. One muscle-friendly breakfast idea could be a small jar of plain Greek yogurt mixed with rolled oats, choya seeds, a few berries, and a spoonful of homemade granola. It's naturally sweet, high in protein and fiber, and helps keep insulin stable. Most importantly, it gives your muscles the steady nourishment they need to stay strong day after day. 2. Nut milk without protein. As we get older, many of us start to move away from cow's milk. It might be because of bloating, trouble digesting, or concerns about lactose intolerance. And that's when nut milks like almond milk, oat milk, or rice milk often step in as the healthier sounding alternative. They're light, easy on the stomach, and feel like a gentle choice. But there's something important we tend to overlook. Most of these plant-based milks have little to no protein. Unlike cow's milk or traditional soy milk, Most nut milks sold in the U.S. today contain less than 1 gram of protein per cup. That's a problem, because to maintain muscle mass and support recovery, adults generally need somewhere between 1 and 2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight each day. Our muscles can't stay strong if we're not giving them the raw material they need, and protein is the foundation of that process. There's something else to be aware of too. Many store-bought nut milks come with added flavors, sweeteners, or stabilizers, but they don't offer any nutrients that actually support muscle health. A glass of oat milk might make us feel full at first, but all it really delivers is a quick burst of carbs. That kind of fast sugar spike and crash can leave us feeling sluggish not long after. And for older adults, these energy imbalances don't just affect how we feel. They can take a toll on both muscle strength and the nervous system. Studies on nutrition and aging have shown that spreading protein intake evenly throughout the day, especially starting in the morning, plays a key role in slowing muscle loss and supporting mobility. So beginning our day with a glass of nut milk that offers no protein is a bit like trying to start a car with no gas in the tank. The engine might run, but it won't get very far. And over time, that lack of fuel makes it harder for our muscles to recover, maintain, or grow. So what's a better alternative to low-protein nut milk for those of us who can't tolerate lactose? Unsweetened soy milk is a great option worth considering. 1 cup of plain soy milk provides around 7 to 9 grams of protein, nearly as much as cow's milk. A well-balanced breakfast might include a boiled egg, a slice of whole grain toast, a cup of soy milk, and a few slices of fruit. That kind of meal offers the nutrients we need, without feeling too heavy. And if we enjoy the taste of nut milk, we can always make our own using higher protein ingredients. For example, blending cashews with oats. Just make sure to pair it with another protein source so we're not falling short. 3. Bottled fruit juice. Bottled fruit juice is everywhere from grocery store shelves to convenience stores. The labels often look inviting, promising 100% juice, natural, no added sugar, and decorated with images of fresh oranges, pomegranates, or blueberries. It sounds appealing, and many of us, especially as we get older, choose these juices over soda, hoping they're a healthier alternative, but the truth is more complicated than it seems. The issue isn't with fruit itself. It's with how these juices are processed and preserved. During manufacturing, most of the natural fiber found in whole fruit is stripped away. Then, to enhance the flavor and extend shelf life, manufacturers often add flavor enhancers, preservatives, and sometimes high-fructose corn syrup or juice concentrate, both of which are potent sources of sugar that can cause blood sugar to spike quickly. When we drink a glass of bottled juice, we're often taking in far more sugar than if we had eaten the whole fruit. And what's more concerning is that this sugar comes without any fiber, so there's nothing to slow down how quickly it's absorbed. As a result, our insulin has to work overtime to manage the sugar rush, and over time, that stress can reduce how efficiently our muscles use energy. A scientific review published in Frontiers in Nutrition in 2022 pointed out that drinking sugar-rich bottled juices, even those labeled no added sugar but made from concentrated fruit, has been linked to insulin resistance and lower muscle quality in older adults. The risk is even higher for those already dealing with diabetes or metabolic syndrome. In other words, even though it may not taste as sweet as soda, bottled juice can still silently contribute to muscle loss. On top of that, swapping fresh fruit for juice at breakfast also means we miss out on fiber, fat-soluble vitamins, and key micronutrients that help support strong muscles. Just picture this common morning routine. We grab a bottle of store-bought juice and head out to the garden or the market. At first, we feel light and energized, but soon after, we notice our arms and legs feel weak, maybe a little shaky, or we start feeling hungry again sooner than expected. That's because the quick sugar from the juice boosts our energy for a short while. then crashes and without any protein or healthy fat to balance it out. Our muscles are left without proper fuel, so instead of bottled juices, a much better option is to eat whole fruits, especially fiber-rich ones like apples, oranges, berries, or pears. And if we're looking for something quick and drinkable, we can blend whole fruits into a smoothie, add flax seeds or chia seeds to boost fiber, and mix in a little unsweetened nut milk or plain yogurt for protein and gut-friendly bacteria. Now, let's take a moment to recap the 3 healthy foods that might actually be weakening our legs after 60. First, packaged granola is often loaded with hidden sugars and processed fats. Second, nut milk with little or no protein is gentle on the stomach, but not enough to fuel our muscles. And finally, bottled juice is easy to drink, but spikes blood sugar and drains our energy control over time. The big takeaway is this: just because something is labeled healthy doesn't mean it truly supports our health as we age. What our muscles need isn't trendy food. They need protein, real nutrients, and as little hidden sugar as possible. If you found this video helpful, we'd be so grateful if you gave it a thumbs up, shared it with loved ones, and subscribed to our channel so you don't miss our upcoming content on senior health. And before you go, let us know in the comments, do you use any of these 3 foods in your daily routine? We'd love to hear about your experience.